Thanks for stopping by. We are making something really simple today because I had to work and I am hot and I am tired. So Tim's going to go ahead and cook on the grill. What we're making is some pork steaks. I got a family pack and that saves on price per pound. We are going to have 2 of them, and I went ahead and put 2 of them in the freezer. Wash my hands real quick. Now, what I'm using is Sazón. It does wonders with pork. All you do is open it up, and we're going to sprinkle. I already got one done on that side. We're going to sprinkle this, a whole packet, on each side. Then we're going to rub it in. And we're going to flip them over, and we're going to do the other side. And there you go. All right, all you gotta do is just put these into the refrigerator. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to make the coleslaw. And that is a really easy type of coleslaw. It's going to be an Oriental, so it's going to need vinegar, sugar, oil. I like to use the olive oil. And we'll go ahead and use the apple cider vinegar. Some sugar. And we need a simple pack of ramen noodles. I know this is high in salt. I don't have these very often, so pick my battles. I want something good and quick, so I keep these for different situations. We're going to need a skillet and some butter because we're going to brown up these noodles. And I put them into a Ziploc bag because I need to crunch these up, and it's much easier to crunch them in here than it is to crunch them in the bag that they come in. Because I've done that before, and then it pops open and they come out. So it's easy enough to do this by hand, but if you want to, you can easily take something, put it down, and pound it and smash them. You don't want them so smashed up that there's nothing there, but you want it smashed up enough that there's little pieces that'll be distributed out, and there's not going to be any chunks. So that looks pretty good. That's what you're looking for, is just for it all to be broken up. Now we need to put some butter into the skillet. We need about, I don't know, a tablespoon. That should work. And we're just going to put it no more than medium because we want to brown this. We don't want to burn it. Now that's all melted, we want to put in the ramen noodles. Ramen, however you want to say it. Now we're going to brown these up really good. And do not walk away, because as soon as you walk away, these are going to end up getting burnt. Now that these are all cooked, you want to take the packet, the flavor packet that came inside the noodles, and we want to sprinkle that all over. Then we're going to mix this up. Then we're going to pour these out into a bowl so they stop cooking. For the sauce, we're going to do our oil first, and I need a cup of that. Then we need a half a cup of sugar. Put that in. And we're going to need a third of a cup of vinegar. And you can use whatever kind of vinegar you want. Apple vinegar, the regular white vinegar. And now we need to mix this up. I'm just going to use a fork. I was looking for one container I have. I'll tell you what, the easiest way to do this is not stirring. I usually put it in the same type of measuring thing, but it has a lid. And then all I have to do is shake it. And shaking this is a lot easier than just stirring it. I mean, this works. It blends it all up. But make it easy if you can, right? Okay, that's all done. Let me grab the packet. And I brought a pre-shredded one from BJ's. And I don't know, I guess I'll go ahead and make this whole thing. I can take leftovers to work. Let me grab a big bowl. We're going to dump this in. We're going to add in the noodles. Give this one more stir. Make sure everything is mixed up good. Pour that over top. And normally I would put green onions in, but I think I'm going to just use chives. I'm out of green onions, but I do have chives, so that's going to work. It's easy enough just to grab a bunch, and there you go, enough for the salad. Just take some clean scissors, chop up the chives into it, just as easy as that. That's going to get your onion flavor for you. This is so simple, but believe me, you're going to enjoy it. And the nice part about making this is you can make it ahead, and then it's all ready for your guests or just for you two. All right, that's two things down. I got the meat marinating. I got the coleslaw all made. The next thing is the potatoes. And this is a tip to get you quick fried potatoes. I'm going to brown these in butter, But the nice thing about this is it's actually leftovers. We boiled some potatoes, we put some butter and parsley and some Parmesan cheese. I think we put maybe a little garlic powder. We put those onto the grill. We had those one night. This is what's left over. All I have to do is get my skillet started. I'm going to wipe that pan out though, because remember it had my spices. But this saves dishes too, because you're going to just use the same one. All right. Then we're going to go ahead and put this in. There's already some butter. If I say I need to add a little more, I will. You can already hear them starting to sizzle. You do fried potatoes, you don't want to keep moving them around and moving them around. You want to put them in here. There's enough butter from the other. If I see, like I said, I need to add some, I will. But for now, I'm going to let them sit. I need that to brown. That's what makes a good fried potato. You want crispiness on the outside, but soft on the inside. And the easiest way to do it is just let it sit, take a quick look at some of them, and these are not ready. So we're going to let this set up, get this side done, then I'm going to flip it. Don't keep turning it. You're going to make a mistake if you do. All right, it's been about 10-12 minutes, and we're going to start flipping them. See here, the browning, that's what you're looking for. And now we'll leave them for another 10 minutes or so. Yeah, when I first started cooking, I really didn't know anything because I was not interested in cooking when I was younger. I wanted to run around with my friends. I didn't really want to bake or cook or any of that. And so my mom always had dinner ready, and my dad used to help out as well. And sometimes he would make dinners and that. He'd make things like pot pie, or he would do breakfast for dinner, things like that, which I didn't mind at all. But then once you start getting to where you got to supply food for yourself, and it doesn't magically go on the table itself, you got to start learning how to cook, and you just need to know some basics to survive. And once you know the basics, then you can start getting into all the other things. But something as simple as fried potatoes, the key is not flipping it. What I was doing before is I would stir it and stir it and stir it, and then wonder why they weren't getting brown. Because I was steaming them more than I was browning them. So it's been another 5 minutes. I want to check and see what that looks like. We can go ahead and flip the ones that have not hit the butter. And they are looking really good. Now those are some yummy fried potatoes. Another thing these potatoes are good for is when you're making eggs in the morning. And a nice crispy potato with some egg, and I love ketchup on mine. Now the potatoes are all done. We've got the coleslaw made. Tim is cooking the steaks now on the grill. So the last thing we need to make is I'm going to make a different drink. It's actually a tea. And my sister gave me this cookbook that used to belong to my aunt. Complete step-by-step cookbook. And it's so funny to look at the older cookbooks. They are so different. And actually, they have a lot of really good things in them. Like this, it has a whole section on nothing but beverages. You know, back when this was actually printed, there was a lot more interaction with families and neighbors and friends, and a lot more socialization was going on at that time. All right, so what we're going to need is we're going to need 4, actually, you know what? I'm only going to do this as a half a serving. So I'm going to do 2 cups of hot tea. And you can use whichever tea you want. I wouldn't recommend using flavor because this is going to actually have flavor added into it. You're going to need about a 1/4 cup of sugar. You're going to need 1 can. They're saying a type of nectar. They listed apricot, but I picked up the peach. You can also get pear and what was the other one they had for the nectars?
Guava and passion fruit.
And then you're going to need a cup of orange juice and a 1/4 cup of lemon juice, and then you're going to need some ginger ale. We're starting out with 2 cups of tea. I put 2 tea bags in there. You can put more if you want it to be stronger. I'm going to stir that up. And I want mine to steep a little bit, probably for about 5 minutes. I am going to go ahead and add in the sugar. And we need to add in a 1/4 cup of sugar so that we can melt that into there. And I know that seems like a lot, but this is going to make quite a bit. We're adding a lot more ingredients to it than just this. It's been about 5 minutes, so we're going to put the tea in here. At this point, we're going to take the tea bags out. We're going to put 1 cup orange juice. Then we're going to do a 1/4 cup of lemon juice. Now we need to put a can of the Goya peach nectar. This one is 9.6 full ounces. We're going to put that whole thing in there. Ooh, I already love this smell. We're going to stir this up. And we're going to put this in the fridge to chill. Now for the ginger ale. We're going to need 28 ounces. We just got a 2 liter to make it easy. You just pour slow. And on this, it has 28 ounces. Now this is chilled. We're going to add in our ginger ale. And we have a yummy drink that we can keep in the fridge, or if you're having a party, you can double this and put it in a punch bowl and serve it to your guests. And these pork steaks are so good when you put them on the grill. And there you go. All we got to do is pour our tea. Got some ice. And I'm going to pour the tea. It smells so good. Now let's take a drink. This is really refreshing. This is really good. You know how much it costs now? I can't believe the price of what a bottle of tea costs you in flavors. You can make your own. You can keep it in the fridge, or like I said, have it for a party. And on a nice hot day, this is very refreshing. I'll see you on the next video, and I hope you enjoyed this time you spent with us. Talk to you later.